Okay. First, I just want to talk about basically hard training and mental discipline. I'm going to tell you everything I did this week. And this is Friday. This is the morning of Friday, what I'm doing now. But Monday I did squats of 315 pounds for 4 reps. I worked up to that. And then I did deadlifts. I worked up to 315, and I did one set of 16 at that weight. And that was Monday. And I work out about 2 hours Monday. Did some heavy bag work too, but yeah, about 2 hours Monday, 2 hours Wednesday, 4 hours on Friday is usually my heavyweight training. And by heavyweight, I mean I'm using weights or I'm hitting the heavy bag, and I'm doing something that works the muscles really good. And then on Wednesday I did those Zerchers. I did that that one really long grindy rep of a 315 Zercher. I can't talk. 315 pound Zercher. All right. And then Friday, and then we're at Friday. You saw me what I did in the morning. And this is what I came and did after I did those deadlifts. I came here and I mixed 100 bags of concrete and brought them up 2.5, 3 bags at a time. They're 80-pound bags up that ramp. Took about 2 hours to mix 80 bags. Then I came back here and did this set of squats with weight, followed by a set of 250 squats body weight. And then I went back to my uncle's to got him some more concrete, and we did another 20 sacks. Those 250 bodyweight squats, right now while I'm recording the voice for all this, I did all this Friday, but this recording is Sunday. My quads are still sore. They're still stinking sore, and they might not be ready for squatting again on Monday, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. This all just, before I get into the mental discipline, since I knew my back was pretty worked this week, I did a once over on my back, with the 315 4 squats at 315, and then the 16 deadlift pulls at 315 on Monday, and then the 315 Zercher pull on Wednesday, and then the 100 sacks of concrete on Friday, plus the deadlifting in the morning. And now these squats to depth, like to full depth, because now it's time. I'm pretty happy with my 315 where it is now, so I'm going to work on depth. When I can get to this depth you see here with 315, then we'll work on heading towards 405. But yeah, this was hard. I eventually get up to 275, but yeah, my back was done. It couldn't do it. I even tried some high bar to see if I could do it high bar and if that'd take it out of my back, but I don't know. High bar squats, I'm really tall. I'm 6'1", and I'm not very wide, to the point that average people all the time still call me skinny, and I you can't get offended at it. It is what it is. I am skinny. I mean, maybe lanky is more appropriate. I am lanky, tall and thin. Got the thin, narrow build. But yeah, probably no matter how much muscle I put on, to a lot of people, I'll still be more narrow than they are. So it is what it is. I'm not really out here trying to be aesthetically pleasing. I am really trying to put some muscle on my legs right now. That's a little bit aesthetics, because I definitely don't want to be the guy whose legs are smaller than his upper body, which I'm not. I mean, my calves are bigger than my biceps, and my legs aren't the worst, but they could definitely be bigger. But more than anything, I want more weight on my legs and below my waist, just for fighting, just to be less top heavy, So I think these 225s came out really good. I was really tired, but I still got all the way down with them and all the way back up. You know, it's funny. Up until recently, I haven't ever increased my squat from 225. It's been 225 till just this year. Just this year, all the way from 8th grade. I started out squatting 225 in 8th grade because I had spent 4 years skateboarding, so I had strong legs, and then I never worked on them ever. I never did anything through high school but bench and arms, biceps, triceps, shoulders, and chest, and back. I guess I did a lot of pull-ups, but yeah, basically just that upper portion there. And then I got heavily into core training after that. So after that, it was 10 years of straight martial arts training and core training and horse stances and planking and stuff like that. And my bench slowly went from 315 to 225 for 20, and 5 years later, 225 for 10, and then 5 years later, just barely can do 225. So that's when I was like, all right, we got to get back to it. And here I got the 275 on my back. I got 1 rep. I couldn't even get close to where I normally get. I was way above parallel. I was like, whoa, maybe not. I'll try again. I got a little further, but I was like, you know what? Hurting the back a lot. My back was fried. So yeah, again, I tried to hit it up with the high bar. Didn't like the high bar. You'll see me do that next. I don't know what it is about the high bar, but I really feel like I'm going to fall forward to get to the depth I'm looking for on the high bar. So I don't even know why I tried it. I tried it and then couldn't do it. That was with a high bar. Those two just then. I was talking through some. Yeah, I'm backwards now. So here I am. I'm starting my bodyweight squats. I couldn't get my legs worked out with the weighted squats, so my back was fried. So I went straight to the bodyweight squats. And I want to do more work like this, pushing through the pain and just going, hitting that second wind, hitting that third wind, hitting the fourth wind. I don't know how many winds I caught. I caught a lot of winds. And one of the best quad workouts I've done in a while. Yeah, I need to do more like this. Now you see, the way I'm doing them now really simulates a leg press machine. I'm taking my back completely out of it, and I'm just focusing on the legs. I couldn't hold my back up at all, and you notice I don't really come up with my legs all the way either, and that's actually harder. So I'm leaning forward, making it easier on my back, but I'm not straightening my legs out all the way most of the time because I'm trying to keep that tension on them and really get the pain going. By the end of the session, you'll see me I'm just doing a full squat, fully, standing up all the way and bringing my back up because my back's finally, I push through the pain. You're going to see me push through the pain. The pain's going to be getting to me for these first 100. And then the 50 after that, you'll see me starting to adjust to the pain. And then the last 100, I'm just pushing through it. I'm keeping a good pace. I'm not taking any more rests like I am now. And I'm just pushing through all the pain. And in fact, at the end, to get my last 50 reps in, I start singing a song. And before that, I start, mumbling and telling jokes to myself and trying to keep my mind a little bit off the pain, but not really. I'm just really trying to use that humor. There's an energy in that humor, and there's energy in when I'm singing, and I use that energy to push through. It's not as much taking my mind off as it is getting that extra energy and pumping myself up, right? There's something about doing cadence work, singing cadence while you're running. I mean, it's so good for your lungs and healthy for your mental state. I highly recommend it if you don't embarrass easy. If you don't mind people hearing your terrible singing voice. I don't know, you probably sing great. I don't mind people hearing my terrible singing voice, so I just do it, get it done. It's fun. I have a good time. And I really love this kind of training, this pushing through the pain kind of training, a military mindset. One of my favorite things I've ever done, or I guess one of the most impressive things I've ever done, was when I was heavily military inspired. with the rucksack marching and all that. Ranger training. There's a part of the ranger training where the rangers will train for 48 or 72 hours, 2 or 3 days straight, just straight training the whole time. I think they get 1 or 2 hours of sleep, at the end, in the middle of the night, and then we'll wake back up and right back to it. So I did a lot of stuff like that. My current personal record, which I can do still, and I would love to be able to film this somehow. I don't have anyone help me with my dogs, so I'd have to have some help. Maybe one day I'll be set up and I can do it, but I'd love to recreate this training session. I did a 96-hour training session with no sleep. Instead of sleep, every 12 hours, 1 hour of seated meditation. And that was it. And the training was in the morning when you'd normally wake up. I'd been done my hour of meditation, and then I'd go to work building retaining walls with 90-pound bricks. So I'll be carrying 90-pound bricks in the summer heat all morning, and then I'd go home and I'd do a medium weight stuff. This was back when I was still checking my bench. I was probably able to hit 225 for 10 back then. So yeah, I was doing a little bit of that, and then I'd do a lot of bag work, and then I'd go to some lightweight stuff like this, like I'm doing now, and just push through a lot of pain. And then I'd do a lot more bag work, and then it'd be like 5 or 6 o'clock, and I'd run for 3 or 4 hours, just jogging until it was nighttime and dinner time. And then I have my hour of nightly meditation, and then the 10, 11 hours between that meditation and the next morning meditation, I would just be up all night hitting ping pong balls with nunchucks. Nothing intense, but still training. And I did that 4 days in a row. I hit 96 hours, no sleep, training the entire time. And it's all mental. You can just keep going. Some of this stuff you can just keep going. Arm raises, no weight arm raises. You hold your arms straight out parallel and then bring them above your head and clap, and then bring them back down to parallel. You can do 1,000 of them. It's going to start hurting at 100. It might start hurting at 200. But it doesn't matter how much it hurts. You can keep doing them. And you building that mental presence and that mental power and endurance and stamina recovery. And not only stamina recovery, but increasing your maximum amount of stamina. There's a difference. There's a difference in exercising to increase your maximum stamina and your stamina recovery, right? And we might talk about that more later, but I got only a couple minutes left to talk, and I hope I covered everything I wanted to cover. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just push through some light body weight work like this right here. It's extremely rewarding. It was probably more rewarding than any PR or anything like that. It's just straight mental endurance, mental toughness, because everything is in our heads. Everything is in our heads, what we think, what we become. And so working on that mental strength, another good way to do it, is the planks and the horse stances. Even if you can hold the horse stance for like 2 minutes, don't just give up, have a long rest and then do another 2 minutes. It's a lot better to just rest for 5 seconds and then get back down and do another 20 seconds or however many you can do. Rest as minimal as possible and get back to it. And just get back to it and grind it out and grind it out. There's some people who can do amazing things. There's a guy who can do 1,000 push-ups in one set, essentially. He doesn't put his knees on the ground. He stays in that plank position. He might get on one arm and shake an arm out and here and there and change that plank position up a lot. But he stays down there and he does 1,000 push-ups. And it's amazing and it's inspirational. And, we're all one. We're all one. Every single one of us is the same person, just playing a different character And so when I see people who are better at stuff than me online, are stronger than me, who can lift more than me, it's inspirational to me because they are me. So if they can do it, then that tells me I can do it too. And I don't make any excuses. You've seen my grip work. I have super small hands. Doesn't affect, you know, there's no excuses. You can do it too. You can be small and you can still be strong. Super strong. It's all a choice. Everything is a choice. And you got to wake up every morning and say, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to improve myself and to strive for greatness. Because that's what we're here to do. Is we're here to learn lessons and quit repeating our mistakes and push ourselves to our very limits. Because that's, in my opinion, the joy of being human is the process of understanding that there's really no limitation. None of this is real. We've been bound by limitations through programming since we were children, and the goal is to just break those boundaries, break those limitations. You know, push, push, push. Stronger every day. I ran out of stuff to say. Have fun, everybody. On my back again. I don't know if that's any better anymore. It all hurts. Heavenly bliss. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. We're nearing the end of this session. I bet my camera's already quit. Ran out of space. I didn't know I'd be going so long. I've been working $1 by and by, Lord, by and by. I got my paycheck in my front pocket. By and by, Lord, by and by. In the inner chambers of the president, there you find no crosses, only pentagrams. 1600, all the way. That's right, brother. All the way. 1600, today's our day. I've been working $1 by and by, Lord, by and by. I got the plans to the Oval Office, by and by, Lord, by and by. I've been working like a factory every day. Sad to say that some of it joins out this way. 1600, all the way. That's right, brother, all the way. 1600, today is our day. Oh, I didn't think I was going to get to it. Woo! I think that's probably good enough. I don't know. Right knee's starting to shake. Left knee shaking a little. Oh. Shh. Hey, that's good.